Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did a couple of, I think we finished off all of the quests in, like the normal quests in any case in Heavensward. And then we decided to go back to Realm Reborn to see which things still needed finishing. And one of the things that I did was get all of the relic weapons from Realm Reborn that I was still missing. By the way, just FYI for anybody who hasn't watched the last episode, I only got the first ones. I just got the base. These are the relic weapons, not the Zodiac weapons. Okay. Anyway, this episode we're going to go and continue our little track. I, off camera, checked out basically every single region except for the big cities in Realm Reborn areas. And it would seem that outside of the crafting quests, the Blue Mage quest that is in here somewhere too, but that's something for way later. I do not know when I'm going to be doing that. I'll be doing that at some point, but I just do not know when. Maybe at the end of Stormblood, because that's as far as Blue Mage is implemented. But it requires some interesting stuff. Anyway, that's for later on. Outside of those, and then like 2 jobs to unlock new jobs. Or like 2 quests to unlock new jobs. This, like this one, and then the Storming the Hull are the only 2 quests that I will be doing. Captain Adair, perfect timing as always. We're in need of your talent to deal with some trouble brewing over in the Isles of Umbra. Seems a pack of kobolds have made a grab for Pharros Sirius. The smith's working on the restoration and barely made it out alive. Maelstrom commands drawing up plans to take back the tower, with Master Mimidowa advising on how things stand on the ground. But when they asked him for his opinion, he kept going on and on about some adventure from long ago that helped him drive off a siren from the same spot. Now, no disrespect to the old fella, but he don't have the firmest grip on what happened when. So we couldn't help but wonder if maybe his hero of yore was none other than your fine self, you being a siren slayer and all. So what'd you say? Willing to lend us an ant relighting the beacon? I hate this. I know I can count on you. One of our storm flyers is making the final preparations at the airship landing right now. Tell her track raid sent you, and she'll give you the particulars. Ah! Words are very difficult to read, especially when there's accents. Words. I'm happy that I'm done with that relic weapon stuff. I really hate it. I really hate it. That's done. Well, look who's back in Limbs of the Minza. Me and the chief were just talking about you in the wench, you know? Come to think of it, wait here, I'll go and get him. It's his resting day, but he wanted to speak with you. Something about Hullbreaker. Glad to see you back, Lynn. Every time I hear your name, I'm reminded of how you helped me salvage that coffer from Hullbreaker Isle. You did me a great favour, lass, though the rumours of Mistbeard's treasure soon died down. Couldn't abide the thought of having the har picked apart by vultures. So I petitioned the Admiral to sanction the establishment of a camp on the island for the purpose of hosting training exercises. I reasoned that the place was remote enough to give our recruits a proper taste of combat. But truth be told, with all the administrative duties asked of them these days, I'm more worried about our finest going soft. Sparring with your comrades might keep the rust from your blade. I forgot that there was a dot over it, or I didn't properly read it. Anyway, but it won't stop it going dull. That being the case, I thought I might ask for your help in a little sharpening exercise. Remind them what it feels like to be in a real fight. Oh, the chief is hoping you might run the Maelstrom's training gauntlet and give our elites a good going over. Nothing too rough like, just a few missing teeth and the odd cracked rib savvy. Assuming you're willing, come and find me at the Morby dry dock. When you're ready, and I'll arrange passage to Hullbreaker for you and your mates. Them words. Denston. Oh, Denston. What a freaking name. I mean, why am I? Okay, sorry, that was mean of me. I just constantly have to think of that one video from the guy just yelling, Benton! Ever since we took control of that rock, it's been my job to keep an eye on the skies over the Shield-Delays? I keep forgetting how to... I don't know. When the misty mane of the Doxy's pole sweeps in, there ain't no point weighing anchor as you can see an elm in front of your face. Long story short, I have to stay here and watch the weather, but I'll be listening out for a word on how you get on. Thanks for agreeing to do this, by the way. Having a fabled hero like yourself goes through the same regimen as the infantrymen will do wonders for the morale. En route, the weather seems to be behaving just now, so let me know when your crew's ready to be ferried over. We'll get everything else in place in the meantime. Give them Storm Elites a bloody nose for me, eh? As we unlock Hullbreaker Isle hard. Also, apparently I need to go to the airship landing in Limsa. I apparently wasn't paying as much attention as I should have. Airship landing. Captain Adair, we are honored to have you with us. The situation is developing even as we speak, but I will do my best to explain what we know. According to Master Mimadoa, he and his fellows barely escaped with their lives, and the kobolds began scattering bombs around the lighthouse foundations. He believes the beastmen intend to blow Pharros Sirius to pieces, thus disrupting our most vital supply route to and from Western Lanosh. Needless to say, they cannot be permitted to succeed. We must act swiftly, before wrecks begin to pile up around Aleport. That is where you come in. The kobolds have sealed off the ground entrance, so we propose you to take the top of the tower by airship. Once there, you will proceed inside and see to the bombs, along with any kobolds you encounter. The Maelstrom will then bring up the rear and secure the area. Before we proceed, I must stress the need for caution. Master Mibadoa suspects that if the kobolds are bent upon destroying Pharros Sirius, they will have more than a handful of flaming voidskin at their disposal. One inopportune explosion could set the restoration back by moons, if not years. You know as well as I do how volatile bombs can be. If we are to save the beacon, we had best leave soon. Alright, I will be right back, because we're gonna queue up for this stuff. Oh loud, we coming. We coming to kick your ass. Me and the boys. So, back to Hullbreaker Isle. Where they are instructing dodos. What a way. Alright. Let's go. 3 female auras? Uh-huh. As it should be. All things are as it should be. A lot of this dungeon are kind of like smaller pulls, I would say. You can't really do like super big pulls in this dungeon, I feel. My Dotod! Nice, Tony. Yes, I can. Nice. So I think this thing over here buffs the enemy. So the idea is that it would like pull the enemies outside of this little range. Not really necessary though, since you can just stun them too. I should stop attacking, because I was about to overtake aggro. Like our freaking healer friend over there just did. There we go, who cares? Mechanics, who doesn't? Mega Blaster! There we go. Because we get to fight Captain Roswin. Or, well, in any case, people from her little guild, I suppose. Okay, a lot of this fight is just like a lot of freaking random targets all over the place. A lot of like battles in general in this place are very like gimmicky. In this oh, Hullbreaker. Right. Not the most interesting fight, I'm not gonna lie. But definitely unique, if anything. There we go. And that's it. I really thought we were going to be fighting Captain Roswin too, but no. She's like, you guys can do the battling without me. I'll avoid using my ninjutsu. For the sake of not grabbing aggro. Doton. Doton, my beloved. Well, kind of beloved. It's also caused me unending pain when the tank refuses to keep the enemies in the dark. Nice fence. Just falls down, man. Yeah, eat us. There we go. And Captain Corvalane, hey! Against Ymir. This guy, oh man. Mechanics of this guy. I think we just break the chain, yep. He fucking yeeted his helm away. Not his helm, yeah, sure, not his shell. Ah yeah, snails in their helms. Alright, Flash Freeze will make the ground slippery. This I do remember. I think there's also, yeah, over here, AoEs. Oh lord. Oh, that's right, and then you have that. Yeah. Oh, fuck. No! So, you don't put those two together, apparently. So you do not hit an ice cube when you have an ice AoE. Apparently. Once again, I have not done this content that much. Let me just go and move out of the way. I think I don't want to stand in the puddles. Oh. Okay, maybe I did want to stand in the puddles. As you can see, I'm very much showcasing excellent gameplay and extensive knowledge of content. I wish people could see my face. I just made like a thing of like, Yeah. Anyway. Hey look, at least at some point we'll learn the mechanics. Right. We're going to do this, just in preparation. Actually, it's not even going to be necessary though, because he's going to die before I even really get to use it. Although, yeah, I can use it. Right, it's just Suiton is on me and not on the enemy. There we go. That's. I don't remember if they. Ah, screw you. I'm also getting my butt kicked by 2 people. More accessories. Hey, Storm Commander Ricky. There we go. That was inspirational. And it's your boy himself. The Grand Storm Marshal. Of course they immediately pulled, so... I couldn't even set up. The guy claves, does raid wides. There's a lot of dialogue that I'm not reading. Because it is a lot of dialogue and yeah. And now he turns himself into Mistbeard. By putting on the master we got from last time. Oh yeah, that's right. This and then there's certain chests that have like an antidote in them. Gimme, gimme, gimme. No? Really? Well, hell if I know where the thing is. Ooh, ay, ay, ay. That's a lot of damage. I'm about to get shot. Oh, it just hits me with a heavy. I see. Well, screw that. I've got skills to avoid that stuff. So much da 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 da. A lot of victory. Yeah. Nobody is left. No commendations for you then. Oh. Okay, and then I'm gonna go and start queuing up as a bard for Fair Serious Hard. There we go, and while this is queuing up, I'm going to finish this one quest. Let's since I know that this won't pop immediately. Especially since I'm queuing up as a DPS. As a DPS. Well, how was it? Did you give them a lead to hide to their lives, or what? Come on, out with it. Patience, lad. All of limbs and will know the tale ere long. It was a sight to behold, that much I will say. Then our comrades carved their way through beasts and men like a cutter through a swell. Not even a visit from the sirens and the krakens could slow their pace. Pirates turned up at the drill? What in the seven hells did they want? Why, to do their civic duty, of course. They invited themselves as members of the Black Sails unit. You'd be forgiven for forgetting, but the pirate powers are still bound to the Maelstrom by the Galadian Accord. Of course, they never deigned to take part in their exercises, and we've long since stopped asking. As for why they chose to grace this one, I reckon word got out that the Warrior of Light would be facing our finest, and they fancied to go themselves, so no reason to deny them. Admit it. You wanted to see it. You wanted to see if them old cutthroats could still hold their own in a fight. Begging your pardon, Chief, but are you alright? You look a bit sore. Don't tell me you... I deemed it good for morale, but I did not come here to speak of that. Lynn, the Maelstrom is grateful for your participation. May you sail with us till sea swallows all. Good day to you both. I'd have stowed away on the ferry if I'd known the Chief would be fighting. Seeing you in action must have woken the spirit of a golden age in him. No, I doubt he's as spry as he was back then. I hope you didn't give him too bad of a beating. Legends like Mistbeard never get old, but the Chief, well, he's just a man. But let's keep this little chat between ourselves, eh? Good to see you again, Lynn. Thanks for helping out the Chief. Well, hey. Alright. And now I will meet you guys back here again once I have this thing pop. BRB. Yeehaw. Alright. Good old Pharros series. Again, but this time hard. With a slightly revamped music. Oh, well, pretty actually. Surprised. I think as the beginning was very different. With Bard, I just never know when to use cooldowns. That's just one thing that will never change, I think, for me. When it comes to Bard. Just not knowing when to use cooldowns at all. I guess I could use my damage cooldown for this. Since his enemies will live long enough for me to really, like, to use my full cooldown anyway, so... This dungeon's really cool though. In any case, the beginning. I feel like the later parts are a little eh. In my humble opinion. Alright. If only I knew the mechanics of this boss. I do think there's little balls over here of corruption. What do they do again? So they just attack one person and then... Ah, and then they turn into a thing. Okay. I'm kind of wondering, can I give this to... Yes, I can give this to, like, random creatures. Gotcha. If you give it to random creatures, then it just dies. Or, no, it just gets turned into a different creature. But it doesn't turn into a piece of corruption like this. That's like a leveled up, basically. But I think it is still the best idea to give this thing on a random creature inside, as opposed to... yeah. As opposed to letting it manifest into a thing that I do not know the name of. I used my song way too early. Whoopsie. There we go. That's him dead. Alright, and now it turns into freaking Cobalt territory. We still got the good music though. I hope not fast enough to use the... Wasn't sure if I was gonna make that happen. Little time bombs. I love the bombs, they're so cute. Volatile and dangerous, but cute. Hold up. Ooh, okay. Get me out of there. I'm just going in with this. Let me also go and do something for a second. need it to send a text message. Since, of course, at the most opportune time, right when I'm in the middle of a dungeon. Well, it's better in the middle of a dungeon than at the end of it. Like, than at the middle of a dungeon, but... Or what did I say? No. Actually, no, this is worse. Actually, no. It would be worse if I was at the beginning of the dungeon. There we go. What's wrong with it? Anyway, I just got a freaking message that my food has been delivered, or has been prepped. And thus, do they request my presence for dinner stuffs? Why am I stuck? What are the mechanics for this fight? I have no idea. In any case, it seems to be a good idea to destroy those engines, because they seem to be buffing our boy. What is happening in this fight? What in God's name is happening in this fight? Run away from the jello. What the fuck is going on? What is this? Countering all attack with lightning damage. Hello? Seems like we really need to take care of these freaking engines, because your boy gets an automatic counter which stuns you if that thing is up, so... Excuse me. Man, I'm happy. I'm so happy that I'm physical range. I can just run wherever the hell I want. There we go. Whee. Right, even deeper. Delving ever deeper. Right. As far as I'm aware, for this particular part, it's a good idea to focus on the bomb incubators, because I think they will continuously spawn bombs if you leave them alive. So now we have changed from Pharros to the Ugumaro. Oh, is it Ugamaro? Is that, yeah, Ugamaro mines? I think. I know that I keep saying it wrong, so I think Ugumaro is wrong. It's Ugamaro. Anyway, less talk of mines, more talk of shooting. Less talking, more shooting. There we go. Better. It is the living rock. Ah, whatever, I may as well just get my damage buff going. Wild Horn. There we go. Right, this room has a lot of incubators in it. Which I do remember. There we go. Keep restoring the incubators. There's a mechanic with these walls. I just cannot for the life of me recall. I think like the more of them, like if they break the walls, then more ants come flowing in, I think. It's like more enemies. Oh, caster enemies, they are the worst. There we go. And now it's time for the boss. The big bad boss. Boo. Say hello to the progenitrix. I'm going to do one of these. This. I forgot to get my song out. Man. Having a field day today. I would say Bard has always been like kind of a job that confuses me a lot. I'm mad. Ooh. Big burst. There we go. I really wish I knew what the fuck was happening. The thing is, I'm not gonna lie, this dungeon and the last one we did are done, or like a lot of these dungeons in general, like I don't see them at all in freaking in roulettes. The only ones I really see are like tend to be the freaking Realm Reborn dungeons, which is really just not nice. I mean, they are fine, I guess, with the they don't stay fine after you've done them like 20 times. Big bursts, time for a quite damage. Alright. Oh my. I tried to shoot the little bugger next to him, but... Gotta go. There we go. Rip the big ball. Freaking kobolds. A destructive force of nature. Alright. I guess I will need roll on that. Here. Alright. And now I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Captain Adair, you've returned. He had us worried for a moment there. We heard an awful rumbling coming from deep underground and feared the worst. My men have concluded a preliminary sweep of the lighthouse and dismantled the remains of the bomb incubators. It would seem the beastmen have abandoned the tunnels directly beneath the tower. We have sent scouts in to pursue them, but the passages stretch farther than expected. Pardon the intrusion, or interruption. I don't know who's talking. Hello. While we're secure in the interior, we found this old seafarer's knife lying on the floor. And one of the lads noticed that he got a sigil of the Amanda of Naldik and Vermeil's carved into the handle. I see. Well, if anyone can tell us where the knife belongs to, I suppose it would be the smith who crafted it. Yet I cannot seek her out until the tunnels have been secured. I have another task for you, Captain Adair. Would you mind delivering the knife to Lieutenant Tackrit in Ailport on my behalf? He is due to meet with the artisans of Naldik and Vimils shortly. Here, hold this. Stabs me. Huh. I expect he will be waiting at the docks. Do not concern yourself over the tunnels, for you'll find out where they lead, however far they go. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I thank you for your aid in reclaiming the lighthouse. Fortune go with you. Till sea swallows all. Nod. You don't salute back, Lynn? Oh, a 7 weeks. The audacity! Ew. Captain Adair, I just heard a good news about Limlion's blessed light. You did it. You saved Pharros. A rusted knife similar to those most commonly carried by sailors to cut rope. The tool is featureless save for the name Diamanda crudely carved into its haft. Oh, what's this? I see. Well, I'll be sure to ask her about it. Ah, speak of the devil. Oi, what's name? Redcoat. How long after robbing the tavern before your boys send them shite-eating cobbled bastards packing, eh? Much more of this and me hammer automobile stuffed as me willy white arse. My little white arse, or whatever. Terrifying prospect, and no mistake. Luckily it ain't one need to worry about. Though, cause we've taken Pharros back, and after the walloping our mate here gave them cobbled to know to keep their grubby paws to themselves in the future. Meaning you can get back to restoring the place in peace. Miss Diamanda, while the lads are searching the lighthouse, they found something that might interest you. Does this here seafarer widow look familiar? All too familiar, though it didn't look so worn down when I last saw it. I made this for Simon before he set sail 3 years ago. It was my first piece as a full-fledged smith. Simon, as in Captain Simon from Maelstrom Command? The same, never meant for it to be a farewell present, but knowing he used it often and kept it with him to the last, well, it means a lot. Master Mimidoa, I think it's a sign. Why else would my first piece be returned to me but to show me how far I've come? Just seeing it makes me want to restore the lighthouse to its former glory even more, to make it into a place to honor the lost, rather than a place to grieve for them. Aye, lass, that's the way. There's things for all of us. There's things we all of us would sooner forget, but remembering them's what makes us stronger. Wouldn't you agree, initiate? Speaking of remembering, you remind me of something about the eyes. Oh, aye, you're the spitting image of a lass who once helped me drive back an army of the undead. A right tough bugger she was, like you, only taller. Never did find out what happened to her, but looking at you, I'm guessing she settled down and squeezed out a few young'uns. Brings a tear to me eye, seeing you carry on a family tradition. Much obliged to you, lass, much obliged. Okay, this guy has a memory disorder. I can't thank you enough for saving the lighthouse. If it hadn't been for you, all of our hard work would have been for naught. But I, for one, mean to take the most of this reprieve, I don't know. I swear to you on my brother's memory, when we finish with Pharros, it will serve as more than just a guiding light to safe waters. It will lead to the souls of those lost at sea, back to familiar shores. Some folks see Pharros as a curse reminder of the calamity, while others see it as a monument to Linza's golden age. But I bet it means more to them pair than everyone else in Lilnash put together. And someday they'll show the world how it looks to them, like a beacon of hope. Realize I still ain't thank you properly for giving us an hand with all this. Hardly need saying, I suppose, but Maelstrom couldn't have done it without you. You can leave the rest to us, though. We'll see that the Smiths don't get disturbed again. Till next time, then, Captain Adair. Why? Yarhar Fiddlededee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Anyway. I think that should be it for now. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Just I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode we're going to go and deal with even more random ass side quests. Probably dungeons, I think. Maybe. Anyway. Goodbye.